What is the number one destination that you think everyone should go to once in their lifetime?
I feel like I'm just coming through the constraints of travel with young children. Somebody messaged me on Instagram yesterday and said, I've got a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, and we usually go to a hotel for our summer holiday and stay there. But I'm thinking for the first time of breaking it up and going to a few places, but feeling a bit stressed about it. Would you recommend it? And my answer was yes, yes, yes. We suddenly feel sort of freed of the constraints of a hotel and a kids club. And, I'm bored of that. I don't love sunbathing, sitting around a pool, kind of counting the hours until the next meal or whatever. So I would love to say I've discovered more of the world than I have. I did recently go, I say recently, 3 years ago for the first time, I think, to the one and only Palmyra in Cabo. Mm-hmm. And I have a great, great girlfriend who has become a great friend in the last sort of 6 years. And I sat once and she's very well traveled. And I said, on my bucket list is the one and only Palmyra. And I wanted to go there for my honeymoon. And the spreadsheet said no. And she was like, oh, we go there every year. You must come with us. So anyway, we went, I think, 3 summers ago for the first time. And for me, as somebody who works a lot, that time difference is quite liberating.
Yeah.
Because you wake up, the UK up, and by sort of lunchtime, everyone's clocked off. So you then have freedom. Whereas you go to Europe on holiday, that are a couple of hours, and you're going to dinner and you're still working, and it's not very, and getting children to bed and. So going that way is quite liberating, I think, when you work.
Yeah.
And I think just the remoteness of it. I mean, they say so it's Cabo, Baja, California, not Mexico proper. But anyway, I fell for it. I fell for Mexico. I just stood on the beach and felt so remote. And the only place I'd liken it to is Coco Island in the Maldives that I went to many, many years ago on my baby moon of my second. And that was real Robinson Crusoe. I looked around and there was nothing. But to me, the one and only Palmyra is a really special place. It did not disappoint.
And
we went back the following year.
Well, it's really interesting. I haven't been to that hotel, but so many people love it. And actually, so many people who've been on this podcast love Mexico. And I feel like I'm really missing out not being. I've never been to Mexico City. I've never been to, and we also look after Shah. And Shah has just opened a new wellness resort in Mexico.
I heard.
So Alejandro keeps saying to me, when are you coming? When are you coming? So I'm like, yeah, I am definitely going there this year. And I'm going to go to Mexico City as well. If I can then go to one and only as well, I will do so.
Well, first year we did Palmyra and then Cali road trip. And then the following year, we flew to Mexico City first and had a couple of days there.
Yeah.
And felt very safe.
Yeah.
Ended up on a canal that is not the Venice of Mexico that I thought it was.
No.
When we saw a lot of stray dogs swimming around, I was like, I think we got this wrong. Ooh. Anyway, very funny story about us running out of phone and credit and being stranded in quite an edgy part of the Mexico.
Were you scared?
We actually laughed because I was with a girlfriend who runs quite a big business. I was like, we are grown-up, independent women.
We can sort this out.
We're going to be okay. It's daylight. Anyway, we'd split up to get 2 taxis to a train. I was like, let's mix it up. These children are spoiled. Let's get the train back to Mexico City. Anyway, we got in 2 Ubers. One went to one station, one went to another. And then our phones died. And we had no money. We had nothing. We didn't speak any Spanish. Well, my GCSE. I was like, is there a ticket machine with Apple? No. I mean, anyway. We were either going to cry. I was like, let's get a grip. We're going to get through this, Tash. And the children were all panicking. Anyway, we stood by this train and we were like, do we get on? Do we get on? Where's it going? Where's it going? Anyway, I was like, let's get on the train. Let's get on the train. I was like, we're going to laugh about this at some point. We got on the train and the train pulled up to the next stop and just through the doors, I could see our husbands and the other half of the children. Anyway, we So you don't do that.
No.
But it's wonderful, Mexico City. It's alive. There's a sort of Roma district, I think it's called.
And I agree with you in answer to your question of your person who DM'd you. Once you get to those sort of ages, do travel.
Yeah.
Take them, do a road trip in America, do whatever those horse riding holidays are called, ranch holidays, and that.
I'm really excited for that stage of life. There's Lapland, UK.
Yes, yeah, which is amazing.
I was reading an article with the founder of that. So it's a husband and wife team, and I think they have 4 sons, I think. And he wrote about how much they loved to travel with their children now they were older. And we're really ready for that. We're just planning a trip to Japan.
Oh, wonderful.
Next year. And last summer we did a boat and then a road trip, sort of Croatia, Italy.
Lovely.
Road trip. And yeah, moving around and exploring. We're done with sort of sitting by.
Well, any advice you need, give me a call.